something that I have heard addressed in many different Sunday schools at different times of my life. Invariably, when we're talking about the armor of God and putting on the armor of God analogy from the Bible, someone will raise their hand and talk about how because we're sending our children into the real world, into this battle zone for their souls every day as we send them off to school, it's important to help them put on the armor of God by perhaps starting the morning with them with scripture study. And that with that armor, after having done scripture study in the morning, they are ready, they are strengthened to go out into the world and face evil and not be overcome by it. Charles F. Potter, and I've used this quote before, he was a popular proponent of secular humanism. And if you'll remember, secular humanism is kind of the atheistic idea that we've got to just stick with what we can observe with our own senses. He said, education is thus a most powerful ally of humanism, and every American public school is a school of humanism. What can the theistic Sunday schools meeting for an hour once a week and teaching only a fraction of the children do to stem the tide of a 5-day program of humanistic teaching? It is a fallacy for us to suppose that we can put on armor, wade through the sewers, and then come out without stinking to high heaven. It will rub off. It will have an impact on us. It doesn't work, and there is simply no scriptural basis for this. Now, hypothetically, if God said that that were enough, that all you've got to do is put on this armor for 15 minutes a day, and then you can go wade through the filth of the world hours upon hours and come out okay. If he said that that's enough, then it would be enough. But the problem is that he's never said that that's all there is to it. So now let's go ahead and jump into the scriptures and see what they actually say. In Doctrine and Covenants, section 45, verse 32, Christ says, "But my disciples shall stand in holy places and shall not be moved. But among the wicked, men shall lift up their voices and curse God and die." And then we've got this other scripture that we've already talked about, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11, "Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." So these two things have to be taken in tandem. It's stand in holy places and put on the whole armor of God. It's not one or the other.